Good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. So hope everybody is having a great first week of October. I know I am. We are seeing gold and silver really on the rise today, which kind of makes a good time to talk a little bit about gold and silver. Give you guys my beliefs on it. Some that contradicts other people's beliefs. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it today, regardless of what gold and silver did. However, seeing silver up 9 or 10% right now, will it hold 9 or 10%? Who knows? But I think for sure it's going to have a big gain today. I think that's promising. I think it's a promising outlook. We're starting a new quarter, and things are kind of looking a little up. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, I do always try, but forget to say, please hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. You never know. I really do appreciate the comments, but you never know what I might do. I'm trying to do something to try to increase comments and get people's opinions. And please hit that thumbs up button because that really does help out the algorithm. So let's get started right off. I'm going to start off with the story that I was on a stream the other night. I was on my favorite live streamer. In fact, she probably has the only live stream that I catch live, that I like watching live. I'm not a big fan of live streaming because I like watching people's videos whenever I get a minute, and I feel like watching live streams are kind of hard. Unless you're there. But I do try to make it a point to catch her Saturday night live stream. And needless to say, I was watching her stream the other night and someone had gotten on there. I kind of instigated the joke a little bit about silver going to 75 bucks. And someone had made a comment that we will never see 75. We didn't even see 50. In fact, the only reason we saw 48.80 was because of the Hunt brothers. You know, to a point, that's true, but to a point, I think it's a little bit of a myth. And here's what I mean by that. Right now, we are hearing a lot of different stuff about inflation. We're hearing that inflation is temporarily. It's just temporary. It's going to go away. It's transitory. That's the word they're using. Their fancy wording. And then they want to tell us that it's peaked, that now it's on its way down. Then they want to tell us that it's all because of the guy, it's all because of Putin. I was debating saying his name. It's all because of Russia. That's the reason inflation's hitting us. You know, we hear all these stories, and I think to a certain point, people think that we would only be told stories today. Do you think we weren't told stories back then? Comforting stories to make us feel good? I won't get into all the different beliefs I have on some of the stuff that's been told to us. However, I will bring up the Hunt brothers story, since that's the topic, really, since we're talking about silver. We're told that the Hunt brothers, the only reason silver went up to 48.80 in 1980 was because of the Hunt brothers. And it cost them everything they had as they kept basically trying to buy and buy and buy silver. Okay. So there's a couple things that need to be talked about here. The first thing, how were they buying it? Were they buying it on IOUs? Because I believe that anybody that buys silver today with real money, with fiat money, not debt, not borrow money to buy silver, but just goes out and works and then takes that money and buys some silver or some gold, I believe they can't really lose because they've got time on their side. They can hold out and wait. A lot of people want to make the comment of, think about all the people that bought when it was at 29. Yes, there were people that bought at 29 a year and a half ago when we saw that huge jump that it was going up $2 a day. And anybody that couldn't foresee that was going up just too fast, it's going up way faster than everything else, I don't know what to say. But what I do want to say is think about today. Think about how much money's being printed today. Everything else is going up, but we're not seeing silver and gold go up. That doesn't add up to me. It doesn't add up at all. Jumping back over, though, to the Hunt brothers, they want to tell us that the Hunt brothers caused that. Two people caused all that buying and drove that price all the way up. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. What I believe was happening is the American people were buying up silver. They were buying up silver. You think about it, they still, people understood silver was money. They understood. They seen it come out in '64. They recognized silver. Not everybody understood it. But as it got talked about, we're getting to that period where it's being talked about. Inflation is getting crazy. Everything I buy is going up. I had my soda here, but I just drank it and threw it in my truck. Everything's going up. So eventually we're going to see the manipulation. I know some people are like, man, there's no proof of manipulation. You can't prove it. I mean, the fact that JP Morgan got in trouble for spoofing multiple times, multiple other banks got in trouble for spoofing, that's a form of manipulation. The fact that we can put as many paper contracts and settle in cash down the road, that's kind of a form of manipulation. It's a fair manipulation, don't get me wrong, but it's not giving us the accurate amount, the accurate price. The reason I say that, right now, if silver was really the price that it is, the spot price, it would be being bought up. Now, like I said, we're seeing a great day on silver today. I think silver today is up almost $2 in one day. That's a big jump for one day. Do I think it's going to come back a little bit? Yes. Do I think it still has a lot of room to roll? Absolutely. Because just like in the 1980s, when we were experiencing hardcore inflation, I believe we're experiencing hardcore inflation now. And the story that they tell us that the Hunt brothers caused that is just, in my mind, totally BS. There's nothing anybody can ever say to me, I don't think, that's going to sway my mind on that. Maybe my mind's already been made up. But think about what's going on right now and think about what was going on back then. Back then, they were having shortages. I've heard stories, I'm too young to remember this, but there were stories about my dad trying to get gas. And he was allowed to get gas because he was on military orders. However, the average person could not get gas unless their license plate had the right numbers on it. You either got gas on even days or you got gas on odd days, depending on what your license plate was, or your whatever it was. I think it was your license plate they used. With that being said, when silver does take off, this is just a glimpse today of what I believe will be coming. When silver takes off, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to miss it. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to change their mind and say, it's just temporary. And yeah, it probably will be temporary. If it shot up to $75 by the end of the year, it probably ain't going to hold that. It just gone up too high, too fast. Because at a certain point, we're going to see it go up naturally, the way it should. And then all of a sudden, everybody's going to want to jump into it. Kind of like we saw with Dogecoin. Kind of like we saw with Bitcoin. Kind of like we see with every bandwagon jumper investment, that once it goes up and makes astronomical profits, then everybody wants to get into it. Getting into silver right now, if you're wise and you're looking for the deals, you're shopping around, you can find some amazing deals out there. One of the main places, I can't compare coin shops because everybody has a coin shop near them and everybody's different. I use Universal Coin and Bullion. I like their products. I have never been disappointed. I've been scared a couple times, but I've never been disappointed. And when I say scared, I mean, the deals just seem too good to be true. I'll be honest and I'll say that. Taking a look today, I went on their website and I still seen stuff for $23. I look at these other places, I'm not going to name names, but a lot of these places are wanting 25, 26 now, 27. We're going to see premiums go up. The more people try to buy physical, the more we run the risk of seeing premiums skyrocket. And this idea of you shouldn't buy, you're helping promote premium increases, that's BS. Because despite there being a physical and a spot price, or a spot price and a physical price, to me, physical price is all that matters. I don't really care what the spot price is per se. Yes, a lot of people are still brainwashed into looking at that number, knowing they can't buy it at the spot price. So it's not even a real number. No one's selling it for that. Yes, you might find, I thought I heard a big splat. Oh, the waves are coming in. You might find a coin shop out there. There are a lot of good coin shops out there. I used to love traveling and hitting up coin shops and seeing what I could get. It used to be junk silver, 90% quarters, dimes, and half dollars was the way to go, because the spot price was fairly close to those items. It was a little bit of a markup, but not much if you were willing to take whatever. Then it went on to 40%ers, and 40%ers was the way to go, because 40% you could get it almost spot. Now you can't even touch 40%ers at spot. I know someone out there is going to say, I had an offer to pick some up. I believe there are going to be some people out there that are still selling them. Darn, I go to one store and they don't even change their prices. So they just keep their prices the same. They've had half dollars at $3 a piece, and they're almost always running $3 a piece. That's for 40%ers though. So what I want you to take from this, I should have said, please hit that subscribe button, comment. If you're watching this video still and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love reading y'all's comments. But what I want you to take from this is that I believe the Hunt brothers was just a myth. Do some homework on it. Look some of that stuff up. When I say a myth, I'm not saying that it didn't happen. Just like I'm not saying that we're not experiencing inflation right now. But this inflation is not because of Putin. Just like silver going to 48.80 was not because of the Hunt brothers. It was because the masses of people, all the American people, not all, but a lot, started buying silver. If everybody did it, well, who knows what would happen? They'd probably try to do some sort of a confiscation or somehow stop people instead of just letting free markets take its course. I think we're on the verge of seeing gold and silver really go up. There's a lot of big channels out there that would agree with that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of big channels out there that will disagree with that. And I don't mind listening to people's arguments if they can make a valid argument on why silver's not going to go up. But what I really want you to take and think about this is, if everything else in the world is going up, don't it make sense that gold and silver would be going up too? Think about that. But it's not. In a time where energy is getting more expensive and it costs us more to mine it, in a time where the mining supply, it's getting harder to get big hits, in a time that people are scared more than ever about the dollar and the devaluation of the dollar, that gold and silver should be going up, in a time that inflation is just getting crazy, there's so many things pointing to reasons why silver and gold should go up, especially silver. Gold, I'll be honest, you know, it's been around forever. Silver's been around forever too, but we burn a lot of silver. When we produce stuff, there's silver in your cell phone, there's silver in your TV, there's silver in your dental stuff. There's been tons of silver in products for a long time, and a lot of that silver is getting wasted. They don't reclaim that silver, it goes in a landfill. Same with copper. I'll be honest, copper's the same way. I think copper's going to go up, but copper's sitting at $3.50 right now, which is just a matter of time before it jumps. Same with nickel. Nickel, I think, is going to go up too. Do I think gold will go up? I think gold will go up too, but I think it will go up on a smaller percentage. So my thoughts are, if I had to pick my metals, I think silver is going to have the biggest, the biggest between gold and silver. When it comes to copper, I think copper will have big gains too. But if you're paying astronomical premiums you can get burnt. It's something people need to know. However, if you're shopping around, you're picking up little deals where you can, a $23 or a $22 ounce of silver, that could be eaten by the time it comes in the mail. And if you don't believe that, I've done videos where I've bought ounces, and by the time I got it, because of the huge backlog and delay with a lot of precious metals right now, a lot of companies are putting delays on their stuff. They're saying, you know, you could wait 3 weeks now for your stuff. And that's a possibility. And that a lot of that has to do with the shortages of the product that you're buying. I believe gold is silver is money. This is not financial advice, nor should it be taken as such. However, we're going to see gold and silver run up, I believe. And when we do, the question is going to be, do you have some? Or were you waiting for it to come down to 16 again? Were you waiting for it to come down to 12 because they tell us prices are going to come down, there's going to be a huge hit in the stock market, a huge sell-off in gold and silver? And I'm not saying there won't be. Physical, you're not going to see a whole lot of physical for sale by the time that comes. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the view. I'm out here today just relaxing, you know, and it's definitely peaceful, and I love seeing gold and silver going up because we're seeing big climbs today. I'm thinking when I hang up this phone, this camera, we're going to see maybe 9–10%, a little bit higher than it was. With that being said, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment, most importantly. I love reading y'all's comments. I value that more than I value, essentially, the subscriber even. I mean, I love reading your comments because knowing how you guys think and what you guys think is the most important thing to me. So I thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stay tuned. We got some great package openings coming up. We are going to hopefully be teaming up with a company to be talking a lot more about prepping and how you can preserve food for the long term, for the coming winter, maybe for winters down the road. A lot going on. There's a lot to think about in that. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 and how that's going to could end up playing out. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys again on T-Squared Talk. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.